So guys, as you can see, I headed down to the ironing table, and I've made sure I ironed the facing. See the neckline, I ironed it, I ironed it down. See how perfect and neat it is. And also I did same for the back. I ironed it down for the back. See this here, I did it on purpose so you get to understand that if you turn your bias this way, this is how it's going to be. The inside will be looking like. You understand? It will not be neat. So you turn your bias this way. Please turn your bias this way. Let it be inside of your let it be inside of your outfit. Let it not be outside. I know at the end of the day this will still fall inside. This will still be the inside of the outfit, because this is where all this rough zippers and all of that, the darts we even held are being shown. But at the same time, if you can fix this one inside, it will make the inside of this your outfit very neat. To make it very neat, at the end of the day you end up getting a neat finishing. So I am done pressing down the darts. I press down the darts, and do not forget, I told you, if you are pressing down your dart, please make sure you press your dart, let it face your SB side back. If at the back part, let it be at the side. Let it go to the side. Let it not come to the, it shouldn't come to the middle. If it comes to the middle, it's as in it won't be okay. It won't be making the outfit lay properly. You understand? So that it won't end up poking at the back, even at the front. If you are also pressing your dart at the front, please let it go beside. Let it come this way. Let it come this way. Let it be this way. Yes, I knew I pressed this one this way. Let it be this way. Let it come this way. Let it go this way, please. I'm still going to press this again so it will lay perfectly well. Let it go this way, please. It should go this way. It should go this way. It shouldn't be this way. This is wrong. Let it go this way, please. So for the shoulder dart, the bust dart that was transferred to the shoulder, see the way it is. I told you earlier that if you want to cut it after sewing, you can trim off the excess. After sewing, you can trim off this excess, but I won't be cutting it because I might end up making use of this as my master pattern. I use a calico to draft a basic body, so I use that as master pattern, because each time I make use of pattern paper, end of the day there is no always space for it, and it end up becoming rough, and at the end of the day everything will become rough, and at the end of the day I end up throwing everything away. Doesn't last. But each time I make use of calico, I get to use it over and over and over again. So I won't be cutting this off because I want to make use of this as a pattern. So at the end of all of this, I can as well as loosen everything back and keep it as my pattern. I can always move this dart from here to any place I want, or from here to any place I want. So that is how I want it. So if I'm to trim it off, I would have trimmed it off. But the only thing I will be doing is look at the shoulder. See how the shoulder is. So I'll be trimming off the excess here on the shoulder line, like this one. See the way it's poking out this part. So I'll be trimming it out. I'll be trimming it out. See, I'll trim it out. It doesn't affect anything. So I will as well as trim this one out. It doesn't affect anything too. So I will trim it out. So after that, after coupling everything, joining everything together, the next thing we'll be doing is to be using our needle and thread to hem this part, this neckline. We are going to hem it down so it will be in place. So that is what we are about to do. For now, we'll be sewing the armhole. We'll be sewing the armhole. So we are turning the outfit. The fronts will be on the front. It could be the front side being on the front, on the back front, or the back being could be anywhere. You can let this just overlap each other, front facing the front. So after that, I'm going to be turning it this way. I want to do lining to lining and fabric to fabric, lining to lining and fabric to fabric. Please do not forget, I'm trying to shift the camera so you'll be able to see properly. Lining to lining and fabric to fabric. So lining to lining, fabric to fabric, in the sense that this okay, facing to facing, sorry, fabric to fabric, this facing can as well as serve as your lining. If you are making use of lining, this is the same thing you should be doing. So this facing will face this facing, I mean the front facing will be face the back facing this way. So I'm going to be opening it up here I notch on the neckline for the this thing, for the while I was fixing the neck facing. So I'll open it up here so it won't end up poking, you understand. I don't want it to end up being heavy. So as a beginner, I advise you notch, you understand. No, I advise you pin it down. Make sure they are lapping each other. Pin it down. After pinning it down, we are going to be sewing it on 1/2 inch. Do not forget 1/2 inch. We are going to be sewing it on a 1/2 inch, coming from this point to this point by 1/2 inch. So I'll take it inside my machine to sew down my 1/2 inch. On 1/2 inch, I'm arranging it so it will be, properly fixed. If you've noticed that it's not properly arranged, you take out your pin, you arrange it again. I'm really taking my time to do this. Take out your pin, you see, arrange it again, arrange it very well, properly. So I back stitch, I go gently, I keep going. I make sure this place is still pinned down. Do not forget. I go gently. I'm not marking up my 1/2 inch anymore because I know where my 1/2 inch is. So I make sure, I make sure they align. You see, I make sure they are aligned. Then I back stitch. Take out my pin. This is looking like an excess here. I trim it off. So now I'm going to bring it out to see what I did. See? You see what I did? See what I did? I believe you can see the outcome. It's looking this rough because I'm using a different color of thread, you understand. So it's looking this rough. So after everything, you can decide to make use of your serger on the neckline, shoulder line, where all these rough edges are. So you make use of your serger or weaving machine, you understand. You can decide to do that. So see, here is the neckline. See, you see the way it is. So I'll be pinning it down now to keep it in place. I'm going to iron it at the end. I'll press it down at the end of the day with my pressing iron, but for now I'm just going to pin it just to keep it in place. So see, there is a kind of tension on that aspect. So while pressing it, I will concentrate on it. So with my steam iron, I'll be releasing my steam, enough steam on that part, so that this tension here would, you know, the place, the tension, that by the time I'm done pressing it, the tension here, you won't be seeing it anymore. So I'll be pinning it down. So that is the first method, how to, you know, join your shoulder together with lining or facing. So the second method is this. So you do this, you bring it this way, you join this together. See, this same shoulder, this same shoulder. Do not forget, the first method was this way, we sewed it down. So the second method, we are going to do it this way. You make sure you bring out the shoulder, the facing and lining. Make sure they are real defined, where the facing is, where the lining is. Make sure this your no facing and the outfit. Make sure this outfit, the, you know, right side of the outfit pokes out a bit, just a bit, than the facing. Then you place it here at the middle of this, between this same facing and the fabric. You place it here. After that, you turn it this way, place it this way. After that, you turn it this way. It's still the same thing. So I'm teaching you this both methods, so you know to which one that works for you, that the one that is easy for you. You can work with it, decide to work with it. They are both okay. Before then, this, you should know where your ½ inch is. You can still measure it. See, I'm correct because I'm used to doing this. So I backstitch. So I get to this point, I arrange it. I'm arranging the shoulder. I'm arranging them to give me what I want, you know, to lay flat. To lay flat for me to be able to work with. So that is what I'm doing here. So guys, I'm done now. Next thing I will be doing is to trim. This part is different from the other part. I'll be trimming out this bulk here, so by the time I'll be turning it to be okay. Before you do that, make sure you are sure of what you did, please. So I will turn it now. See, you see how it is, because I really took my time doing this. So guys, we are here on the, I want to show you the difference between the both shoulders that we just joined together. So this is the first plate, the first shoulder I joined. The difference is that this one can open. You see, this one can open here at the shoulder region, neckline, so it can open. The first one we joined, I told you I'm keeping it in place, so I will be able to press it. So this is the second one. See that this one is joined together. See, it's joined together, cannot be opened. This one can be opened. You see, can be opened. It's because I just opened it, you saw it, but this one cannot. Is joined together. So guys, you will pick the method that is easy for you to work with, you can easily work with, and the outcome will be perfect and work with. These are the two methods on how to join the shoulder with aligning or facing. So like I told you earlier on the machine, My machine is, it's kind of choked because I'm using a small machine. I told you that I did this on purpose, that you can turn, if you are turning your facing with your bias, you don't have to turn it this way. I know this is the rough part, but you can, hide it by turning it this way, so it will make your work more neater. You understand? Turning it this way, I know this going inside, you understand, it won't be out because this is not the right side, this is the wrong side. But please, this way is better, this way is preferable. It make the works more neater than this one. So now we are going to insert our body's measurement, and body's measurement, and also, test fit it. As you can see, you see how the hem is looking. I made use of my bias. Just to teach you how to make use of bias. And you see the sleeve, I'm done. So we'll also be fixing the sleeve, please. This part, see, I came down by 0.5 and I tuck it in. This is where the rough part of my sleeve, you understand. So I came down by 0.5 and tuck it in. Please, it is not advisable for you to join your sleeve this way. Do not join your sleeve this way to the bodice, please. That is why you see some people come back and, some of your clients come back with a complaint that they are unable to raise up their hand. Why? Because the armhole area is tight. It's tight because of this excess that you packed there. So the best way you should join your sleeve is to tuck in this way, like the allowance we added to it is 0.5. Measure your 0.5 from here to this point, and join it to the bodies of your outfit. Do not join it this way. Tuck in, please, tuck in. I did same for the second sleeve. Please tuck in. So another, like I told you, we are going to shape our outfit now. So what we'll be doing is, if you are working for a client, or even if it's your measurement, you need your measurement with you to to shape your outfit. So the waist is 1 to 17. Inches. That is the waist. Make sure you stretch it out. You stretch it out this way. Stretch it out this way. So this is a 17. It's there already. See? This is a 17. It's there already. It's obvious. See? 17, 17, 17. See? So I'll be doing bust 37 divided by 2, sorry, because this is into bust 37 divided by 2, 18.5. So 18.5, I'll be bringing this one out. I'll be stretching it out so that I get to work with the exact measurement, so I don't get to make mistake. 18.5. Then the waist is 33.5 divided by 2. You are going to divide all the measurements now into 2, because our outfit is it's just for the front and back. This is the front and this is the back. So I'll be doing it divided by 36 divided by 2. So this part is curvy. I will go up a bit. So now I'll be pinning it down. Pin it down. To always work with your pins. It's very important you do that. So after that, I'll be dividing this into 2. Please do not say because you added just 2 inch or 1 or 2 or 3 to it that is exact what you made. These are fabric. Most of our fabric stretches, so you will be surprised that the inches you added to it, when you get to work, when you get to do the shaping of your outfit, you end up meeting more. So I've divided this part into 2. This is what I got. So I'm going to turn to this other part and mark again. This is how I do mine. You understand? You can do whatever favors you. You understand? So I turn to this part. I've marked now. So I will still come to this side. The reason I advise you pin down your fabric. So I'm going to divide here into 2. That is the waistline into 2. So this is what I got. I will turn to the other side too. I will mark the waistline. Do not forget, if you don't know where your waistline is, you should be able to notch it down. Like me, I know this is it. So this is my waistline. So I just did that. So I came here again. I'm dividing this part into 2. See, make sure you divide it well into 2. Make sure what you chopped is the right, is the right figure. So I did that. I'm going to turn to the other side. So I'm doing this to be sure again. I'm going to turn to the other side to mark. So you see that I'm taking it step by step because this is a foundational class. So I wouldn't want to rush at the end of the day. You end up telling me you did not understand. Please. So I'm using my ruler. You can use your curve ruler, your stretch ruler, to connect. You can use your free hand. But as a beginner, I advise you use your ruler. Do not forget, use your ruler. Do not forget, use your ruler to connect. See? You see how it is? See? So I noticed this one will be blocking the way, so I took it off the way. So I'll be heading to the sewing machine now to couple our blouse and also join the sleeve. We'll be heading to the sewing machine now. So guys, we're on the sewing machine now. So it's basically the same thing we did in the previous class. I'll be sewing it straight down. Back stitch. Make sure it is equal at the hem. Trim off the excess threads. Do not forget, so your work can be neat. And back stitch. From this part, so I'm turning to this part now. So I will be sewing down as well. I'm sewing down and make sure it's equal at the end. I'm not dragging it, I'm only using my hand to. And make sure this is not on the way. Be taking it out of the way, the pin. So I just backstitch now, and I'm taking this thing off, the pins off. You see I'm done. But guys, before then, I want to fix the sleeve. I know I'm supposed to take it to my ironing, table and iron it, but I want to fix the sleeve. I want to fix it. I want to, the same thing I did to the sleeve, I'm doing it here. I'm folding in some inch from this on the bodice. So I'll pin it down. I'll fold here. I can use 2 pin or 1 pin, but for you, I will advise you, do what works for you, please. Just make sure I will pin it here down. So the inside my outfit, I'll be opening it through the zipper. So I will pick one of the sleeve. Do not forget we have our front and back bodies written on these sleeves. So what I will do now is to turn my sleeve inside out to the right side. So after turning it to the right side, I will put it in the right side into the right side of my outfit, of my blouse. Here it is. I'll make sure the front and back, I'll check where they are. So this is my front. This is the front of the sleeve. This is the front of the sleeve here. This is the front here. Okay. This is the back here. Okay. So the front and the back of the sleeve. The front of the sleeve is first in the front of the bodice. So is on the front of the bodice. The back of the sleeve is on the back of the bodice. So I'll be sewing down. See, I'll be sewing down and make sure they are equal on the armhole. So now I'll be sewing down. Please do not eyeball. Make use of your measurements. It's very important. I know where my ½ inch is, and that is what I'm working with. Please make use of your measurements. Please let me measure, please, so you know I'm correct. See, this is my ½ inch. My ½ inch, please. Back stitch just a bit. Make sure you press your sleeve into your bodice. press it into your body. So we are sewing it round. I'm only doing this one. The second one, I'm going to be fixing it off camera. So so this is it. Most times when you cut your sleeve, differentiate your front sleeve and the back sleeve, might end up looking bigger. It's not big, leave it. By the time you are sewing, make sure you arrange it very well. You see that it is the same thing. It's not big. Just arrange it. Unless you want to cut something, the front and the back looking the same. But if you know you want to get a good result, you must be calm and do things the right way. And that is the reason why some customers to complain that they cannot raise their hand, because you did not differentiate the front and the back sleeve. You just cut everything the same way, both sides the same way, which is not supposed to be. So that is the reason they complain they can't raise their hands. So see, so that is it. You see, guys, see that it is perfectly fixed. Initially it will look bigger. There is nothing big about it. It's the same thing. Just make sure you arrange it well. So this is what we get at the end of the day. You see how fine it is. So I'll be fixing the second one now, the same way I taught you. Make sure you know, I'm going to be folding down this part again so you get to see. Please make sure you do it this way. Fold it this way. Fold it this way. It's not a hard thing to do. See? Fold it this way. Fold it this way. This way. And pin. I'm pinning. Let me pin the both so you get to understand. You see? Fold it that way and pin. See? The same thing we did to the sleeve. This part of the sleeve. And you know that this part of the sleeve is coming to this part of the armhole. So you see, I'm going to turn my sleeve inside out to the right side. You will turn it to the right side and you will throw it inside the outfit you are making. See, you throw it inside, you bring it out from the armhole, bring out the armhole area of the sleeve from the armhole. Make sure that this part is on this part. That is all. Make sure that this armhole area of the sleeve is on the armhole area of the outfit. That is all. And you sew it round. Don't rush it. Arrange it as you are sewing. Be arranging it as you are sewing. Be arranging it. You can even go ahead and pin both down, then place it on your machine and start sewing. As you are sewing, you will be arranging it. As you are sewing, you'll be arranging it. There's nothing to rush in here, as in there's nothing to rush here. It's better you take your time and do the right thing than rushing, and making mistake. you rush, you make mistake, that means you get to losing it and start all over again. As a beginner, you need a lot of patience. You need to take your time while doing things. That is one of the things we need. As a fashion designer, you need a lot of patience. You see, it doesn't take you anything to measure your half inch again. Can as well as measure your all your this thing allowance, half inch all around your armhole, so you know what you are working with. You understand? I'm going to sew it now. Backstitch a bit. See, so guys, it's practically the same thing, basically the same thing, no difference. There is no abracadabra here. You calm down and you get your perfect result. If you are not calm, you end up doing nonsense. The reason I'm taking it step by step, gently. See that even my sewing is not fast. Very calm, easy. You understand? Do not rush it, please. That is how you get a perfect result.